Hello there, and thank you for joining me on this short presentation on the 5 levels of why for business. Now, we all know that when you're a child, you ask lots of questions. In fact, if you're an adult and you've got children, you'll know that it sometimes drives you crazy when they ask lots of questions. But that is one of the unique ways, one of the fantastic ways that children learn how to do things. Children learn about the world by asking questions. They love to ask questions and they love to know the answers. They're inquisitive as to why the world is the way it is and how things work. So they ask lots of why questions. Why is the grass green? Why is the sky blue? Why do flowers smell? Why is it hot when the sun comes out? There are millions of questions that children ask. Often they ask questions of adults. Well, exactly the same principle applies to businesses. If you've got a problem or you don't know the answer to something, the best thing to do is to ask why. And you can ask yourself why. You don't have to ask other people. So problem solving in business can be time consuming. It can be overwhelming. It can be confusing sometimes. And sometimes trying to ask yourself and answer the big questions is very, very difficult. It's difficult to come up with an answer. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this process of the 5 whys that you can ask yourself to problem solve. So what is needed is clarity on what the issue is, first of all, and all the possibilities for a solution by breaking it down into small steps. So let's look at the issue first of all. And this is just an example. This isn't really the issue we're trying to solve. This is an example. This can be any problem or issue that you have about your business. Now, the best thing to do is to make sure that you begin with the big picture and obvious answers. Don't try and solve the problem all at once. That's what this process is all about. You want to ask yourself the big picture questions and answers first of all. So let's imagine, and as I say, you can choose your own issue, but let's imagine your income and outgoings don't match. In other words, you've got no profit. You don't have the profit that you were expecting to have in your business. There's the issue. There's the question. Why don't I have the profit that I want? So what are you going to do? You're going to ask yourself, why? And you might find that your costs are too high. One of the answers might be that your income is too low. You can have as many answers to that question as you want. But first of all, you've asked the question, why? And then you're going to ask the second why. Why are the costs too high? Why is the income too low? And you're going to come up with some solutions. Well, the staff costs might be too high. The premises costs might be too high. The facilities might be underused and that's why your income is too low. Or your inflexible pricing structure might be the problem. In other words, you say to yourself, okay, we want 60% markup or 60% profit and we're going to stick to that all the time. Whereas some of the time you might actually feel that you could mark up much more than that. And that would give a good result to the customer because it's still worthwhile and to you as your business. Then you're going to ask the third why. Why are the staff costs too high? Why are the premises costs difficult for us? What about the facilities that are underused? And what about the inflexible pricing structure? Why are these happening? So, your staff costs. Maybe you've got too many staff. Maybe you've got wages that are too high because you've just been keeping on increasing the wages all the time. Your premises, maybe your rent's too high, or you've poor heating system, or the lighting is inefficient, or your door is lying open and letting all the hot air or cold air out. What about the low income, facilities underused? Okay, it could be you've got an upper floor that you don't use and you can utilise it. It could be that your sales area, your main sales area, either of your website or of your physical business premises, aren't utilised properly. What about the inflexible pricing? It could be that you've got a rigid markup system, or it could be that your suppliers' costs are non-negotiable, or maybe you haven't even tried negotiating. Now, you don't have to stick to two answers to each of these whys. It depends on the size of your piece of paper, of course, because it can get quite cluttered. But ask yourself why. So there you've got 3 whys, and now we're going to add a 4th. Now you'll notice in this one that I'm not going to solve any more problems for you because your business is unique. Your business and your issue is your issue and your business. It's not mine. So I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know about why some of these things are happening in your business. But you're going to ask the whys. Whatever the answer is to all these questions, you're going to ask why again. And you're going to do it a 5th time. And you're going to come up with a whole load of answers. You see, you've brainstormed in steps. You've asked 5 whys. This is the 5 why process. You ask yourself a very simple question and you answer it. And then you get a little bit more in depth to each of these different questions and answers until you end up with some type of brainstorm that you've got some huge amount of things to think about, and you might discard them at the end. You might think, well, in actual fact, that's not quite right. But when you ask yourself a question, why, give yourself a couple of answers and go on and ask why again. So this has been the 5 levels of why for businesses. And I thank you for coming to this short presentation. If you've got any questions, then go onto our website, www.pramaze.com. There it is on your screen, and get in touch with us and we can certainly answer the questions. If you've got any questions about this 5 why process or any other business questions, then please get in touch. You can also on pramaze.com have a look at our reputation management system, which is all about getting great reviews and making sure that your new customers enjoy what they have and your old customers give you reviews on your product and services, which means you can attract then new customers. Thanks again for joining us, and I hope to see you next time.